Hi everyone, it's Kelly from Your VA. Today we are talking with Steph, who is one of our web design and development specialists, to find a little bit more about what she does here at Your VA and have a little bit of an insight into a day in the life of Steph. So Steph, do you want to give us a little bit of an introduction into where you're from, when you started with Your VA, and what your career is to date in your area of expertise?
I live in Auckland and I started with your VA in 2015, May, I think it was. There have been times when I've stepped away for periods, but that's the great thing about contracting to your VA. I have the freedom and flexibility to allow for those situations, like when I had my daughter, or just needed a break to reset because the tech world is so busy.
Yes, I totally agree. Especially on the kid front as well, because it's nice when you're contracting to be able to actually step away and do the mum life that you want to do, and not have to worry about taking leave or anything like that. So yeah, I totally agree with you on that front. The flexibility is amazing. So what does your day-to-day working life look like? Obviously, assuming your daughter is in care, what would a day working look like for you?
I usually have a couple of tasks in progress, so the night before I will have listed out my intended tasks for the following day. And this is my wrap up as well as getting into like a desk tidy and doing a final inbox clear. Um, During the workday, I will take breaks and do research and check out like inspiring subscriptions and videos so that I can stay up to date with the latest and greatest because things move fast. Things like new tools or methods, and sometimes I share these with the team as well.
I so love that you are like me, and the night before I have a note on my phone and I literally write out everything that I need to do for the next day. And then it always just seems to make the day go smoother because when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, these are the tasks that I need to do. Um, so it's nice to know that I'm not alone on that front. So current clients that you're working with and what tasks are you doing for them? I know that you've got a lot on at the moment. So do you want to give us a little bit of an insight into who you're working with at the moment and what kind of projects you're doing with them?
So I have a couple of clients that are casual at the moment that reach out to me when they need something, usually a video edit, landing page integration, content changes, and even tech help around their website or finding a solution for something. In regards to current projects, I'm just finishing up a new website with a client that does event management. And I've also been doing a lot of internal work with the Your VA website with a new design and some of the resources. It's been a big project to undergo alongside the client work. I also take on clients outside of Your VA when the opportunity strikes. And at the moment, I have a lawyer's website, a graphic designer's website, and an advertising board website. And the tasks for those are design improvements, content changes, integrations, Google Analytics setup, so moving from Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4, SSL certificate renewals, troubleshooting plugin issues, updates, the list goes on.
That sounds like you're so busy. And for anyone who hasn't visited the Your VA website for a little while, you should definitely go on and have a look because Steph has done an amazing job at making the whole website a lot more user friendly. It's super interactive, and it's obviously been a huge project that often I know you're working late nights on. So yeah, you're doing an awesome job. So if anyone is looking for a website, highly recommend Steph. She is absolute champ when it comes to that kind of thing. So Steph, what's one piece of advice you'd give to businesses within your area of expertise? And I know when Justine asked me this for my day in the life, I was like, one piece of advice, but what it just pick one thing. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but what would be one piece of advice that you would give to businesses within your area of expertise?
Ooh, make sure you have full access to your website hosting. Your domain registrar, and any other tools and services that are a part of your web entity. When I hand over a finished project to a client, I usually provide them with a handover document which will state all of the necessary information that they may need. And this will include logins and can include suggestions and how to manage things.
I am so glad you said that because um, I've done, I do a little bit of web design as well with your VA and with my own business. And the amount of times that I have clients come to me and say, I've got a domain and I want to get a website done now, or I've got a website and I want to, upgrade some things. And the amount of time I spend trying to figure out like how to log into the back end if they don't know their passwords or they don't even know who their domain is with. So totally agree with that, having it all in one place. And the handover document is such an awesome idea, and would be super helpful for businesses moving forward as well. So that's awesome. So for our clients that are watching this, perhaps they're short on time, and they could do with a quick win that they can do today. What's one action that they can take today that will help generate leads?
I would say do a website audit. Go through your website starting from the homepage and navigate through all the pages. Test the forms, functionality. Are the images not loading? Are there broken links? Is there outdated information? Also check this on mobile to ensure that the user experience there is good too.
Yes, a website audit is a great one. And that's also something that we can help with. If you're watching this and thinking, oh gosh, I got my website done, 3-4 years ago and it hasn't been updated, get in touch with us because it's something that we can help with, as a one-off project, or if you're needing, if you find that from that audit that there are things that need to be done, because often with, websites, you can't just build it and then expect that it's going to keep performing the way it should if you don't do anything with it. So yeah, definitely get in touch if that's something that you are thinking, oh yeah, actually I probably should be getting an audit done. So Steph, what do you love most about working with your VA? And I know there are so many awesome things that you could probably think of, but just pick, one or two things that you really love working with your VA.
Oh, the flexibility, as do a lot of the other team members, I'm sure. The freedom for creativity, ability to share and converse with like-minded people. I feel heard in the team. I feel like I'm listened to, and I think that's very important when we're working remotely, that we're able to actually connect and feel a part of a team. Because working from home is quite isolated, which I don't mind, being an introvert, but I love being able to relate to and laugh with the team.
I totally agree with you. And it definitely feels like, with your VA, we've got our Slack team boards that we can all chat on, and it's nice that especially you are really good at dropping advice and asking questions, but it's also nice that people take the time to actually send us photos if they're on holiday, and it kind of makes us feel like we are a really good team. So can you give me a personal and professional win that you've had recently?
I guess that Justine will laugh at this one. Personal, saving my garden from slugs. No. I'm a relatively new gardener, and this season has been my first real gardening experience. So there have been a few nights where I've gone out to save my plants from the slugs, and Justine calls me the slug slayer. But I'm learning all the time with gardening, discovering new ways of doing things, and I find it quite therapeutic. And for work, a recent win was finishing up the outstanding tasks for the Your VA website and getting it live. That felt quite good because some gaps in availability got us over the finish line, and Justine is probably just as thrilled about it as I am.
Oh my gosh, the slug slayer. That's so funny. And funny you should mention that you gave gardening a go because we recently just moved back to the Hawke's Bay, and my sister has the most amazing veggie garden. Like, it is the size of my backyard. It's huge. And she grows everything from seed and it always looks amazing. And so I was like, I can give this a go. And I did. But yeah, the slugs, they're never ending. I just put some slug bait down because I was like, that seems like the most appropriate thing to do. But it is so satisfying to be like, oh, we'll have a salad for dinner, and just going out and getting lettuce from the garden. So you're doing a good job. And as I mentioned before, the Your VA website does look incredible, and we are all super grateful for your hard work. So I think that's all we have time for today. But If anyone is watching this and enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We will be interviewing, we'll be trying to go around the whole team probably every few weeks, but it just gives a great insight into, you know, who our team members are and what they do in their area of expertise and who they're working with. So yeah, drop any questions for Steph below, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much, Steph.